What is up, YouTube? I wanted to make a video. I haven't had a video in a while again, and I just run out of things to make videos about. So today I'm going to make a video. I left the small company I was with out of Chicago. The trucks kept breaking down a lot, and they weren't paying me while I sat, so I got tired of getting it fixed. So while I was on home time, or actually they sent me home for a week after I sat in a hotel for a week not getting paid. So then I went home and then sat there for a week and just got tired of it, and my boss was like, oh, the truck's still in the shop. So I applied for a company out of Pennsylvania. So I took a Greyhound up to Pennsylvania earlier this week and got there for orientation on Wednesday. Today's Friday. So Wednesday and Thursday orientation. This morning was paperwork. Once the drug screens came back this morning, then we signed our actual paperwork. So yeah. So I am in West Virginia right now. I'm on my way to Indiana. This is a regional job, so I'm home every weekend now, which is awesome. And the pay is slightly better than Freight One was. I thought they were bullshitting me at first, like, because I asked them on the phone. I was like, well, what kind of trucks do you guys run? And they said freightliners. And I was like, oh, because as you guys know, if you followed me through school, that's what I tested in. That's what I learned my pre-trips on. That's what I had the first couple months of school until I left and got the Volvo. So they told me they had freightliner Cascadias, and like they're just not generic ass, you know, what the big companies use. I mean, this is a decent sized company. It's got like 300 trucks. It's not like that. Like, it's completely different. They like factory order every. There's the guy at the company that orders all the equipment. He goes through and customizes each truck the way that they want them. They don't just cheap out on a cheap truck and then make you drive it in mountains and do 20 miles an hour up hills. So this has got like the biggest torque package and horsepower package, the DD15, the Detroit Diesel 15 in it. It's automatic. It's just nice. It's got just so many different things. So on the phone they told me, they're like, oh yeah, just so you know, our trucks have direct TV, and we're working on Wi-Fi, and there's a TV in here, a 24-inch TV mounted on the wall, and a fridge, and all this other shit. And I was like, yeah, right. So I get my truck this morning. Well, I got it yesterday, but I didn't look at it. I didn't go inside of it, but for a second, so I didn't really like look around in it. I just came in to learn how the optimized idle works. So instead of an APU, it has optimized idle by Detroit Diesel. So yeah, so today I came in and I was like, fucking, there's a fridge, there's a TV, the truck has satellite direct TV with 160 something stations, HBO, everything. I couldn't believe it. Well, then I get ready to leave and I turn on the radio because I was trying to sync my Bluetooth to the stereo, and this motherfucking thing has XM radio with with a shit ton of stations. So I am in trucker heaven right now. So my truck is super clean. It's been detailed before I got it. It's a 2017 Freightliner Cascadia, like I said, with the biggest motor, the biggest, most horsepower, most torque package they got. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour of my truck. But yeah, the outside I'll show you at some other time, but I'm just gonna show you the inside. The thing I love about this truck, after having the Volvo, see how I switch back and forth between the Freightliner to the Volvo. This truck, my old truck, my Volvo, didn't have the curtains that wrapped around the window, so you just had to close the curtain back here. But just by sitting here, like, I can tell, like, I've got like at least 2 or 3 more feet of space back in the cab. The cab is fucking huge. There is a top bunk, but it's folded up. It has no mattress on it. I haven't really planned to take any passengers, but if I do, I have a spare bed in the camper. I have not decided on that yet. So today's the first day of my truck. So yeah, let's take a look at it. So yeah, I got the curtains. In nighttime mode. This one has red seats in it, unlike my other Freightliner. But these are pretty comfortable. They're actually, I think they're different than the ones that we had in the old truck, in the old Freightliner I used to have in England. So the one thing about this truck that's different than the old Freightliner I had is the dash. It's not all weird like the other one, but other than that, everything else is the same, like pretty much in the front. But yeah, the stereo has it has the XM and shit on it. Sirius XM, and then it's got all that stuff. But it has a thing called idle management, and idle management is that thing I was telling you about. It's like an APU, but it just kicks the truck on when it kicks the engine on when it needs to. But it does it in such a way that it starts up smooth and it shuts off smooth, so the truck doesn't rock. And this truck doesn't vibrate half as much as my old truck does. This truck's only got 250,000 miles on it, but like I said, they're gonna end up in the next 6 months to a year. I'll be getting the 2020 or 2019 Freightliners, whatever they get. They ordered the 2020s, so yeah. So yeah, I didn't really do a lot today besides climb mountains and shit. But today's my first day back on the road. So yeah, and then this one has a trailer brake, which is weird, and then the gauge cluster for the yeah, for the fifth wheel, or whatever the fuck, the air pressure is in the back of the top, kind of however you are, or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. I got fucking grease on me. And then, yeah, so curtains are awesome. I got fucking plenty of light in here. On to the cool shit. The fucking cab is humongous, like, compared to what I've been used to for so long. So yeah, there's the top bunk. It has the lights up. It has way more lights than the Volvo. Just had one little light up there. Then it had a light in there, which I don't really miss. Yeah. So it has a 24-inch TV here that is on a swivelly mount, so I can like move it wherever I want. Actually, that's really dusty in the back. I need to wipe that down. But it's an LG 1080 TV, and I've got the direct TV and shit with all the stations. So when I basically park at night, there's a switch right here, and this is to turn the antenna, the satellite dish on and off. So when you turn it on, it'll start moving around up there. It takes like 10 minutes to get in focus. It takes like 10 minutes, and then it picks up stations. And then once you move, you have to do it again. And then there's also an antenna ran into this window too for the TV, which I don't know why. If that's in case the direct TV goes out. So yeah. So now I got all that. I got satellite. I just I didn't bring my blankets with me this time to orientation because I knew I was going to be going home to grab them, but then I didn't think I was going to be parking because I didn't calculate how far away it was. So tonight I'm sleeping without blankets. So yeah, it's not going to be too bad. This bed should be way more comfortable than my Volvo. Alright, and then the best part about the whole truck is I don't have a fucking fridge sitting there anymore. I got the dometic fridge, and it's locked so it doesn't open on the road. This is probably a pretty expensive fridge, I would imagine. I've looked on YouTube for videos of fridges installed in trucks, and this is actually, I don't know if I saw this one. There's another one, but this one is actually, they had installed like straight at the factory or whatever. So it has a fucking light in it. It has a little baby freezer which I have my water in. I mean, it's not huge, but it's fucking a fridge, and I don't have to climb over it. And then I got some Subway in here that I got earlier. I'm getting ready to eat, and then I got me some Frappuccinos. Other than that, I haven't done shit. I'm gonna go shopping on home time, and yeah, I'm gonna do all my shopping on home time because I'll be home every weekend now. So that is my fridge. And it has an inverter underneath the bed with the power strip plugged into it, so I can hook more things up, run a microwave, etc. I'll probably put a microwave in there. Then it's got storage underneath. These actually have cabinets in here, so I can close shit in there and stuff, like I couldn't in the Volvo because all these doors were gone and shit. So yeah, plenty of space. I could just actually fit my fucking suitcase in there for once instead of under the bed. Which I haven't even looked under the bed yet to see what size this inverter is yet. I need to. And then this has a fan, so you can open it and exhaust smoke when you're smoking, or just have it as a fan. And then here's the Detroit Diesel Optimized Idle that sets your temperature, and it'll cool it off in here to 4 degrees within that range. And then once it drops 4 degrees in a certain direction, either direction, or the other direction actually, if it's 4 degrees hotter in here than what it is now, or when it kicks off, then the engine will kick back on and it'll just start back up. And of course it has the electric diesel heater, like the old Freightliner had. And the walls are red leatherish material, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna do LEDs in here or not. The lighting in here I kinda like, and I like how everything fucking works for once, so. But yeah, so that's a 10-minute video that I was making. But yeah, I got a new truck. I'm with a new company. I will start trying to make some more videos soon. I'll start doing some cooking videos or something. But yeah, so that's the update. I got a new truck, and it drives really good in the mountains, especially compared to the Volvo, with this having such the bigger, torquier motor in it. I'm constantly passing people with a decent heavy load up mountains and hills, so I'm really happy.